just so that we can line it up.
Oh, okay. Alright. En el nombre del Padre y del Espíritu Santo. Amén. Hello everyone, my name's Lizette Suarez. Today I am doing a very special interview for my husband.
Yay!
Julio Suarez, which you could follow him on any of these handles here. And actually I wanted to do this because it was your 33rd birthday yesterday. And I wanted to just ask about your experiences of life, just about you. I'm going to ask you 33 questions. Some will be
cute.
super silly and easy. We will just go with it. So, first of all, we're gonna start with your name. So, why did you get named the name that you have? Question number 1.
So my full name is Julio Cesar Suarez Vieira, not Viagra, Vieira.
Yes.
A lot of people get Julio Cesar Suarez Vieira. And the reason why I'm called Julio Cesar was because the middle name Cesar, I was actually born of C-section. So I was not being like born in time. I was not doing it right, and so I was they had to do a C-section, cesarean. Like the C comes from cesarean, which my mom tells me. I'm not sure if this is legit or not.
Actually,
but
yeah.
But my mom says that Caesar, you know, it's called a cesarean section from Caesar because I think Julius Caesar, Julio Cesar, was the first recorded like actual legit C-section. Now, I don't know if that's legit. You can all like let us know in the comments or whatever it is, if it's right or not, if it's an actual fact or not. But that's why my mom told me that she named me Caesar, because I was born out of cesarean section.
Good. Okay. Thank you. Question number 2. What was your favorite anime or cartoon growing up?
Okay, growing up, hands down, Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, question number 3. What was your favorite cereal growing up?
Choco Crispies. What is that in English? The one with the elephant?
I think it's called the same.
Choco Crispies? Or
maybe it's chocolate Rice Krispies cereal.
So chocolate rice, Krispies, the one with the elephant. That was my favorite. I also really liked Zucaritas, which is Frosted Flakes.
Yeah.
With the tiger. And I mostly like them because of the actual, like, the character that they had in the front. Like, I really like the elephant, I really like the tiger. But taste-wise, the one that I would actually, like, really enjoy eating, it would be Choco Crispies.
Thank you. So, question
That's so dumb. Sorry.
No, question number 4. What was your favorite game to do with your friends outdoor?
Okay, this is weird. I don't know if I've ever told you. I think I have told you this, but I don't know if you remember it. Changais. Now, for everyone who's watching or who would ever watch this, even if it's our children, later on, like in 18 years or whatever, Changais is a game, an outdoor game, sort of like baseball meets what's that called? Kickball meets sticks. Because basically you just grabbed a stick, you had a big stick and you had a small stick, right? And with that, you used to do 3 moves, and everyone around or your teammates and like the other people in the other team, they were out like in the field, you know what I mean? And you used to like either just swing it or what was called el batazo, which means you throw the small stick in the air, you hit it with the big stick, and then whatever, like, or you do la changuita, which was the hardest one. You kind of like place the little thing on the hole, like the little stick, and then you pop it up and then you throw, like you bat it into the air. It was super fun. As little children just playing that. It was Changais. Changais was my favorite childhood outdoorsy game.
Changais, thank you. Now we know. Okay. Question number 5. So what is one big difference of childhood in Mexico versus your childhood here in the USA? Like even upon first coming.
So...
Or even now introspectively looking at the differences now that you're older, if you want to.
So,
but I mean more back then.
So one big difference over there is that only one of us, like from our like age group, had in that time it was like the Super Nintendo, which was just like video games. Back in the day when I was like over there in Mexico, we didn't really have video games. If you wanted to play a video game, you kind of used to like, you would just go to this one rich person's house, and that's it. Aside from that, it was not like completely available like here, you know, like even if people are not rich here, they can have video games, they can have an Xbox, they can have PS4, 5, whatever it is, you know what I mean? Like they can have that, but over there it was just like, maybe now it's different, but when I was growing up, it was like a big, huge, like difference, right?
Okay, thank you. Next one is, so you know here, for example, my dad would take me to like McDonald's or to Burger King, and then I would go play in the little playground area and stuff, and it was something I looked forward to. So in Mexico, is there such thing as like fast food and like kids really wanting to go to it? Because when I go, like I don't really see a lot of fast food. I mean, there is fast food, but is that like a thing in childhood as much as it's here? At least for me growing up, it was like a thing.
I don't think it's as much as it's here. However, when I was about to turn like 9 or 10, the Power Rangers,
Power Rangers,
they were big over there. And then I used to watch TV, and in the commercials, they used to be like, "Oh, come to McDonald's, get your Happy Meal," in Spanish. Get your Happy Meal. You'll get a Power Ranger with your Happy Meal. And so I begged my mom. For that birthday, I didn't want a party. I didn't want anything. All I wanted was to go to McDonald's and to grab a Happy Meal with the Power Ranger. Okay? So we went to McDonald's. My mom, because you know over there was kind of like a little bit expensive, you know, because you had to go all the way to El Centro and stuff. And so it's a little bit expensive. When we get there, the Happy Meal, they didn't have the Power Rangers anymore. It had already passed.
Oh, like the time of the promotion was over?
So they had some other like weird like little dinosaurs that I didn't really want. And not only that, their burgers were not that great compared to the burgers in La Plaza. From Reme.
That they sell at the stand at the corner or whatever. So
in a sense, fast food in Mexico is different because everywhere you go is fast food. Your tacos are fast food. You know, tejuinos are fast food. You know, all of that is fast food. But as far as like the actual big enterprises like Burger King or whatever it is, I really wanted to go to McDonald's, and I really wanted to get that Happy Meal from the Power Rangers, and I didn't get it. I remember I really wanted the white Power Ranger. It was like Tommy.
I'll get your Power Ranger, please. I remember I used to go Power Rangers. I don't remember it. I remember I watched it, but I don't remember their names. Okay, question number 7 is, how is school different? I don't know if you've seen that video where like the teacher's cursing at the kid and stuff. So like, are teachers allowed to be aggressive? Do they hit you? Are they stricter? Like, I guess talk to us about the school experience as a young kid.
Well, back in the day when I was there, it was different than what it is over here. Like my teachers used to like hit us, and like if we weren't behaving, throw erasers at us.
But what do you mean by hit you? Like with a ruler? They had a stick? They like
whatever. What? Like if you weren't paying attention, you were all the way in the back of the class, they used to throw like the eraser at you, but like hitting you. Like people would be like or whatever it is. We used to have like a discipline where, you know what, in order to learn your multiplication tables, which is why I became so good at it, was that the teacher would line all the school kids, like all of the people in his classroom in a line. And he used to grab a ruler. You don't have a ruler here, huh? But you probably do, but it's okay, just pretend. Okay. And everyone had to go like this. And then he used to ask you, 8 por 3. And if you didn't, like 8 times 3, and if you didn't respond, like he had like a 2 to 3 second
like grace period.
Yeah. Then you would get smacked. Like in your hand with a ruler. It used to really hurt.
And this is all legal? Like you can't put a complaint or something?
I don't know. Probably could, but they did it over there. Or like if you used to like be messing around in class, like I had this one time where I had to stand out with bricks in my hands, kneeling down outside the classroom with like one of my friends.
In the sun, in the blacktop?
No, but still, like you're literally like making someone kneel down with like bricks outside the classroom because they were speaking too much. Like, that's the type of discipline.
Happened to you?
Yeah.
You talk too much?
No,
I
of course.
think you do.
No, I did.
Okay, so okay, that's crazy that they would do. Another question about the school is you've mentioned something that's called the escolta. What is the escolta for those that don't know what it is?
So every Monday over there, it used to be, I guess not anymore, that you used to do like a Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the not of the United States of America, but in Mexico we had like this, we used to give honors. It's called honores a la bandera. And so every Monday, people in my school growing up over there, we used to like all line up in a circle, and then the best students from the 6th grade, which would be the last grade of elementary over there, it goes all the way up to 6th grade. I know over here it's like 5th grade, over there's a 6th grade where I was. And if you were really smart or you got the best grades and the teacher liked you, then you were able to like kind of like dress up. Like you used to wear like a little like side boina. How do you call those?
Like a bonnet, but
I don't know. The military
like
people,
French,
they wear.
Like I'm forgetting the name of it. But.
And you know, 5 or 6 of you used to have the honor to carry the flag when the whole school was giving honors to the flag, and you used to sing like the national anthem, because that's how we go. We don't go like, you know, like you or like that. We go like that. You used to sing the national anthem. Everyone would. Meanwhile, we're like walking around like military style with the flag. And then there used to be like like if it was like a special week that day, like we were celebrating Benito Juarez in March or something like that. I think it's March. Hopefully it's March. Then someone would recite a poem about Benito Juarez. Someone would read his biography. Someone would like we were just like.
It's like a school assembly.
Every Monday.
Okay.
Every Monday, and then everyone goes back to their classrooms, and you kind of used to dress up like you used to have white pants, red shirt. You used to wear gloves. It was tight. It was tight, but I'm proud that I was part of it, because I mean, like you kind of need to be honestly, teachers just need to like you, and you need to get good grades. That's pretty much.
And then you get picked. Okay, what is your favorite childhood memory of growing up in Mexico that you're nostalgic about, or you think back to and you're like, oh, I really like that?
Honestly, I just really liked like Christmas mornings over there. They used to have like this vibe over like I remember one, maybe not, that's not the one, but really fondly in my heart, where it used to be like, I remember one time where my brothers, they didn't want to go outside to look at their presents because my parents used to get mad if they used to go like too early or whatever it is. But since I was the youngest, they're like, they're not gonna get mad at you. So then they sent me. Remember one time, one time they all sent me like, oh, go check the presents. Like, see if there's presents under the tree. And so I go outside, and I go and I see one box under the tree. And there was, have you ever heard of the game Adivina Quién? Guess who? It like you pop it up and then you're like...
Yeah, we have it actually.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, so, oh yeah, I remember we were playing it the other day. The other day, like 2 years ago.
No, like 6 years ago.
Sorry.
It was the other day.
It was the other day though. But anyways, I remember that I was like, well, El Niñito Dios, because it's not Santa Claus over there where I was, it was like the baby Jesus. Only got us this present. And so then they're like, what? Go ask our parents. And so then I go happy, like, look at what we got. But I wanted to really say, we only got this. And then I look in front of my parents' bed. It's our shoes, because you used to leave your shoe, not your sock. You used to leave your shoe. And then aside every single one of our shoes, there's like our presents. And I was like, what? Because I had soccer shoes, and I had a soccer ball, and I had a soccer like jersey and shorts.
Outfit, yeah.
And I was begging God for that Christmas. And so the fact that I saw it first, the fact that I was able to tell my brothers and sisters like, oh, we only got this, but then I go back and I'm like, no, we actually got more. And then it was amazing. I remember that Christmas morning. It was amazing.
From 0 to 10, what was your favorite year?
How old are you when you are in 6th grade?
6th grade? I don't know, I think like 11 or something.
11?
Yeah.
Then oh man, that doesn't even count.
That's fine, you can pick 11.
Yeah, thank you.
And why?
I think it was when I started hanging out with my friends more. I actually started like going out. I actually started like they started coming over, and we used to actually start hanging out. That's when I was 11 years old. That's when it happened.
Question number 11. What is your favorite color?
Green.
What's your hobby?
Music, but more than a hobby. It's my like passion.
Your passion. Along those same lines, at what age did you start playing the guitar, and what drew your interest to it?
When I was 9 years old, because my brothers used to play the guitar, which was Prieto and Pepe. So at 9 years old, I was starting to play the guitar. I got like passionate about it. Like I used to wake up like at 5, and you know how it's sometimes hot over there. I used to only be on like my calzones, chones, like what do you call it? Just my undies.
You don't have to say that.
I used to just be on my underwear.
Unnecessary detail.
Oh, playing the guitar at 5 a.m.
Anywho, so at question number 14, at what age did you discover that you could write songs, or did you start experimenting with songwriting?
I would say probably 15 or 16 years old. And that's when I started going, like I went to a retreat. I remember before I went to the retreat, I was like, I'm gonna write a song about someone who's heartbroken. I don't know why. I wasn't heartbroken at that moment. But I remember that at a retreat, I started singing that song, and this girl, she was older than me. She was like 18 at that time.
We don't need to know about the girl. We just want to know about the songwriting.
She started crying, and I was like, I can actually, I wrote something and it touched someone's heart to the point of like her emotions were shown. Maybe there's something here. I know we don't need to mention her.
No, I know,
but that's actually
when you discovered it.
That's when I discovered, my music could impact people. Wow.
But that's really random. I'm interested how you said, I just thought, I'm gonna go to this retreat and I'm gonna write a song.
No, I had written the song before.
But what?
I played it at the retreat.
It just randomly came to you? You just said, why don't I do this? I mean, was there something that had influenced you during the week? Were you listening to something, or no? It just came to you. Could say it was spirit gifted or something.
I honestly never said I'm gonna start writing songs. I just kind of did.
And then people just started reacting to them.
That's actually very true.
Because I could tell you, you're a great songwriter.
Thank you, but now that you actually the fact that you ask it and you asked it like that, that really makes me like realize like, oh, it was not that I was trying to write. It was just that I did it, and then I saw people, like you said, like react to it. Thank you for that. That was good.
What was your favorite subject in like school, I guess?
Math.
Math?
Really weird, right?
Yeah, that's pretty weird. You should help me with my budget.
I mean, I'm not that good at math. The fact is that I'm not that good at math.
I think you are.
It was my favorite though.
You really enjoyed it.
I was always like, I don't know why, but I was always like one of the top like 1 or 2. And so I always used to like love seeing like the super geeky, super good people at math. And I would always try to beat them. I always was like, I'm gonna finish this like, what's it called? This times tables before you type of thing. But he used to be surprised that like a goofy kid.
It's probably all the, ruler slapping.
Yeah.
Math, I will excel. I shall be the best.
Yeah, no, for real, for real. That's really cool.
Okay.
That's weird though. I hadn't realized it, but it is.
Okay, so
I'm not that good at it either, but I don't know.
Number 60. At what age did you start to drive?
Was it 15, 16? I think it was 15 or 16.
Okay. What was your first job?
I was a gardener. My parents, well, my dad, he just decided that I was old enough to work, which I was like 14 or 13. And it was like, yeah, you're gonna go help me out on Saturday. And in the beginning, he didn't make me do anything. He just like, you just sit on the truck, like don't trip, you know, because he used to.
And he would pay you for sitting there?
No, yeah, no. Like in the beginning, he was just like, he just took me. He didn't really pay me. Then he's like, okay, now you need to start like pulling out weeds, you know, like in the weird places. And then he slowly but surely started like giving me more
and more duties.
Yeah, but yeah, that was my first job, I would say, working with my dad gardening. I mean, if you want to go back in the day when he used to give me some money, my dad used to have like se llamaba la viña. It's called like the vineyards, and there we used to like plant like cauliflower or broccoli or whatever it is, you know, or beets, betabeles, yeah. And he used to take us sometimes and just actually make us plant because he wanted to teach us. He wanted us to know how to work. And this is like when I was 8. You know what I mean? So maybe whatever you want. As far as
go with the gardener.
And he did used to pay me back then though.
He was showing you work ethic. I guess it could kind of count. You could pick. It's your story.
For these purposes, I want to choose 8 years old.
Okay. On to the next question. What has been your favorite activity, like, not activity, I guess like sport activity when you were like in high school?
Ah, weird. Honest truth, it was soccer, but I never played it.
Well, you played it.
I mean, I played it, but never for the school, never, just like with my friends.
Okay. Why did you not want to go to your senior activities?
I don't know. But wait.
I don't know. And by senior activities, I mean, you know,
like senior homecoming,
grad night, homecoming, senior ball. We forced you to go to graduation. What else? Yeah, any of that.
I don't know.
So
I guess I never really like cared for all of that stuff. I know it's supposed to be really important for people.
People are depressed because they didn't get to experiment.
I know, and
you were
feel it. I was privileged, and I did not take advantage of it. I just didn't really care about those things, and I don't know why. It's probably bad that I didn't care about those things. You're like, yeah.
I'm just listening. Okay, so question number 20. What kind of student do you consider yourself to, not to be because you're not a student. Well, we're students for life, but I mean in school. What kind of student would you say that you were?
So I was a student that was very minimal to get a good grade. It was more like, I was the type of student who's like, just tries to figure out the teacher in the beginning, and I'm like, okay, I'll do that for this class.
You kind of molded yourself to that.
Yeah, however, I was, it's a sort of student that was, at the end, I was getting like a 4.0, you know, like I was just getting straight A's and stuff because I actually tried. But I was the type of student that was kind of like getting in trouble all the time because of talking or whatever.
Next question, number 21, is have you ever experimented any bullying or discrimination?
Yeah.
And tell us about
So
that.
bullying in Mexico, there used to be this guy called Gillo. Gillo, si estás viendo, Gillo. No, I'm just kidding. No, but I remember that it was like this. He was older, but he was the type. But he was like smaller than me. But he was the type that had the fame that he fought really, really dirty. He's gonna grab rocks, he's gonna bite you, he's gonna scratch you, he's gonna do whatever.
He's not cool.
And so he used to have like this fame, right? For some reason, he started not liking me. We weren't even in the same classroom. He was in another classroom. We were in the same grade, but he started not liking me. And I was like, why doesn't this guy like me? I'm pretty likable. But, sorry. Anyways, he started like not liking me. And then he started like hating me. He started like waiting for me to kind of like, he started talking smack like when I was walking by with his friends, like, I'm gonna F this guy in Spanish. Yo, me voy a chingar este vato, whatever, you know? And I used to be scared. And I remember I started faking that I was sick so that I wouldn't have to go to school because I was scared of this guy, right? And I remember my dad didn't believe me. He called me out on my BS. He's like, you're being bullied. He's like, te quieren madrear en la escuela. You know what I mean? And I was like, no, me siento malo. I used to think I was fooling my dad. My dad was like, listen here, son. My dad took me he took me to the backyard. And he's like, I'm gonna go pick you up in school tomorrow. I know that whoever is bullying you is going to be there. I want you to make him bleed. If his nose is not bleeding, I will fucking make you bleed. And he like even said bad words to me.
Traumatizing.
I know, right? Anyways, hold on. I know this is probably. Anyways, my dad told me that.
I need to redeem your father here.
Are you crying?
That's my allergies.
My dad told me that, and I was like, literally in my mind, I was like, oh fuck, like, damn if you do, damned if you don't, or what is that saying? I'm like, well, I'm gonna stand up to this guy, because if not, I'm gonna get double beat up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so then I remember that I got out of school, and cause school, you know, like throughout like first class, second class, I was so like, I can't believe I'm gonna do this. I remember I wore 2 shirts because I thought it wouldn't hurt as much of the itch with 2 shirts. I was a little kid.
Like your life.
I was it was like I was like in the bathroom like practicing what I was gonna do. You know what I mean?
That's so cute.
So anyways, the day comes. I still pretend to be sick that morning. My mom says, nah, because my dad was working at that time. So my mom said, no, you're still going to school, your dad said. I don't even know if my mom knew what was going on or my dad had told me.
Or what, yeah.
But I remember that, I'm so happy that you asked this question. I'm so happy to remember this story. I remember that at the end, he was there. Both.
The bully guy.
Both the bully guy and my dad.
And you saw them.
I remember that I saw my dad. My dad was in a bike. Because you know over there you don't really need cars. Especially at that time. You know, my dad just was coming back from work in his bike. My dad was like there like at the corner. Outside school. And he saw me and I saw him. And then I was like, oh shit, I need to stand up for myself. So I remember that Gigi was coming. And I remember he talked smack to me. And I said, lo que quieras, güey. Ahorita te parto la madre. Like
it's like I'm gonna do this.
Yeah. Like I grew some balls, you know what I mean? And I remember that Gigi was like, oh no.
That was it?
That's it. And then when I
had to stand up for
and then when I turned back, my dad was not there anymore. But I remember I went home happy. I went home like, that's right, mother. You know what I mean? Like I went home like, that's all I needed to do in order to not get bullied anymore. That's all I needed to do in order to not come back. But at that moment, if he would have stood up, if he would have wanted to fight, I was decided that I was gonna. So maybe he read that in my mind. Maybe he read that in my eyes. Like this guy is for real. I have no idea what happened.
Yeah.
I stood up to that guy. And then after that, I've never really been bullied like that anymore. Thanks to my dad, because he was gonna make me bleed. So thank you, Dad.
He traumatized you in order for you to not be
it worked
by bullies. Okay.
Taught me to stand up for myself.
Question number 22 is, what was your favorite thing or experience or anecdote about college? Okay, so just a pre-backstory, my husband has a really funky college thing. As he mentioned, he started getting 4.0, he got great grades, and then you started off at LMC.
But then I didn't really know what I wanted to do or what I wanted to pursue or what I wanted to study.
And then he got calls from schools scouting him, such as UC Berkeley, that are like, come here, because I think at the time maybe they wanted more representation and you were a great student, but because he didn't know what he wanted, he's like, no. So, no. And then you went to SF State, and then you're like, never mind, I'm not ready for university. So then you came back to LMC for many more years, graduated with 5 AAs, and then finally went to university again. So I guess we could do...
It was like 10 years.
You could do LMC and then your...
Well, my favorite experience from LMC was two things. I remember one time I left my counselor's office, and I remember that I just decided, oh, I want to do music for the rest of my life. And I know that through university and all that, and the fact that they only allow like people who can read sheet music and all that, I know that was going to be hard. But I remember leaving that counselor's office that one day, and he kind of like just inspired me, like actually like just kind of like do whatever you want, you know. He was pushing me towards like the academic way, but I was more like, oh, I just decided I don't really agree with whatever he was saying. I want to do music for the rest of my life, which I do, which we're still here 10 years later, and I'm still not doing that full time, but at least I'm gonna do it for the rest of my life. Yes, at a professional level, hopefully. Anyways, the other really good experience also had to do with music. It was just being in Mr. Henderson's class. I just remember taking voice lessons from Mr. Henderson, like the way he used to like structure and like the friendships that you made through chamber chorale and all that. They're very legit. I like it. I just like that whole feeling. Like I really like everything that I experienced there. As far as like the rest of the story and me getting my B Bachelor of Science, BS. Me getting my BS. Such BS. Anyways, graduating from college and all that, it was kind of cool to just like get to graduate and to see like my family being so happy for me. Because it was kind of weird because I was like the first one from my immediate family to graduate.
Yeah.
University in CSU East Bay.
And side super funny comment is that Julio graduated summa cum laude, but they're saying only 3% of the graduating class. Or 5%.
No, it was top 1%. 50 out of 5,000.
It was 50 students out of 5,000, top 1% or something like that. And they ask all the students to please stand up. And so people are clapping, you know, bravo for them. And Julio's like, good for them. And then his dad and I had the little booklet, and he's like, aren't the people standing up the people with the little 3 stars next to them? And then I was like, yeah. He goes, Julio has 3 stars. And we're like, so apparently he was ignoring his school emails letting him know that he graduated summa cum laude, and so he had no idea.
They did email me like, come get your medal and your thingy, but I thought it was just like regular graduating things.
Okay, so next question is, how was it to come to a country where you didn't know the language and learning, like that whole experience?
I honestly liked it because I feel like I had such a family experience with it that I didn't really feel like I was doing it by myself. Does that make sense? It just kind of felt like, oh, this is where my family's going, I just go with where my family is. And so it wasn't that hard.
Out of all the trips that you have done, internationally visiting other countries and whatnot, what has been one of the most memorable?
I can honestly say that one of the most memorable for me would either be our honeymoon, which was to Costa Rica, or Italy, which was 2 years ago now? A year ago? Year and a half? When was it? 2018, no?
I don't remember. Yeah, probably.
You usually. Anyways, Italy.
Yeah. What is the thing that you like most about being a cradle Catholic?
honest truth is everything I can't even begin to like. Kind of like G.K. Chesterton says, what if someone asks you what is the best thing about civilization that you like, and then he says, well, you would look at electricity and different things, and the fact that, you know, like you would look at, you could start anywhere and say, this is one of my favorite things, this is one of my favorite things, this is one of my favorite things. That's kind of how I feel about Cradle Catholic. Being Cradle Catholic, I like I love the communion of the saints. I love the fact that our churches are so beautiful, or they used to be so beautiful, because right now they're starting to like not look.
Yeah,
like that.
but
as far as but here's my answer. The Eucharist.
The Eucharist.
Which is so tied up to the priesthood. Which is so tied up to the sacraments. So I would actually say the sacraments. But most importantly, I love the Eucharist. I love the real presence of Jesus Christ in the Eucharist. I love the fact that He's there. Fully, completely. Body, blood, soul, and divinity.
Amen. What has been your favorite book that you have read?
Orthodoxy by G.K. Chesterton.
What is your favorite movie?
I don't have one.
How about one that you enjoy watching?
The Lion King.
What is
upcoming video why The Lion King is so like
your favorite?
Yeah.
What is your dream car?
I want a Tesla.
Check.
Just for right now. Okay. Put a little note for right now.
Question number 29. What is your dream vacation? The next place you would like to go?
I would actually really love to go on pilgrimage. I've never been on pilgrimage. I would love to go to the Holy Land.
You have been on pilgrimage.
I have.
To World Youth Day.
Okay, I guess that's a pilgrimage, you're right. Yeah. I would love to go to the Holy Land.
Question number 30 is, so out of all the great experiences, retreats, places, things that you've seen God's glory and that you experimented and seen great, magnificent things, what has been your most favorite, memorable, impactful, life-changing?
In the community center of Richmond, California, there was a retreat there one day for Pentecost. It was, I think, May 2003. We were praying to the Holy Spirit, and then I got baptized in the Holy Spirit. I got a personal Pentecost sort of experience. Those have been literally the best 15 to 20 minutes of my life. I had never experienced so much happiness, so much fullness, so much like fulfillment. It was amazing, and I will always remember that as as far as now it goes, the best moment of my life.
For question number 31, can you share with us 3 important lessons that you believe to have learned in these 33 years of life that you have lived?
Yes, God is good. He loves you, and He wants you to be happy. Those are 3 things that I've learned.
Question number 32 is, what do you look forward to in the next year of your life?
I really, really, really look forward to like the things that we have going on together. The fact that, God willing, we will be parents to beautiful children. I really look forward to being a dad. I look forward to seeing all the plans and things that God has for myself and for our marriage and for my family. I'm just looking forward to God's plans for our lives.
And the last one is, 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 what makes you happy?
The Eucharist. God. Mercy. Forgiveness. My wife. Having family, being alive, music, cool stories like an anime, my doggies, friends, definitely friends. Yeah, I think those are the things that make me happy.
Well, that was 33 questions with Julio Suarez today. Got to learn a little bit more about him, what he likes, how he was raised, plans for the future, some fun anecdotes and stories about your life. So thank you very much for being here on this little segment that I recorded today. Hopefully we'll get to see a little bit more of you. Happy birthday! I wish you a great year 33 of your life, your Jesus year. I love you very much, and thank you all for tuning in and checking out this video.
That's awesome. You should do this with more people. This is entertaining.
That's the end. You can cut it.